Well, President Biden actually was not at the briefing, and the White House says that's kind of the point. This was supposed to be free access to the people actually running the day-to-day pandemic response, and this will happen up to 3 times a week. Today, those people were pressed about exactly how the COVID vaccine supply could be boosted by 17% in the near term, along with other goals that the president has set.
I want to thank everybody for joining. As you can see, lots of information on the disease front.
Led by Jeff Zients, a career executive and go-to troubleshooter during the Obama era, President Biden's White House coronavirus response team gave an update and took questions for about an hour. The presentation was plagued by technical and audio issues that most state governors have ironed out by now after doing this since last March.
I'm getting signal that I'm going in and out. Can you hear me now?
But the briefing itself stood in stark contrast to President Trump's task force. It was technically led by Vice President Mike Pence, but early on, President Trump put himself at the center of sporadic, wide-ranging briefings. As the months dragged on, Trump's briefings stopped altogether, and information about everything, including vaccine supply, became less clear.
I would love to tell you that we inherited a situation where there were stockpiles and stockpiles of vaccines sitting there. That is not the case.
The focus of today from Biden's team was vaccine production and distribution, which is being coordinated by senior advisor Andy Slavitt. He was asked how, after criticizing the Trump vaccine effort, President Biden could suddenly announce a 17% short-term increase in vaccine supply. Slavitt says it was achieved mainly by working with Moderna to boost production and streamlining distribution processes.
So I think this is due to the hard work of everybody involved in the process.
There were also questions about new and potentially more contagious and deadly mutations of COVID. Zients says better tracking of the changing virus is coming.
We're 43rd in the world in genomic sequencing, totally unacceptable.
The task force also says generally, as we're seeing here in the tri-state, that the infection rate nationwide is headed in the right direction, but urged caution and mask